me a favor.
First and foremost, I want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, SHAM, YAHAWASHI. Give double honors to the elders of GMS that rule well. And salutations to you brothers out there on the highways and byways pushing this truth and sincerity.
Jeremiah 4:22. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are silent as children, and they have none understanding.
Again, our people are foolish. They don't know the Most High, and they don't care to know. We're out here telling you, you are special people. You have an opportunity to get right with the Lord, yet you don't care. You just walk down the streets. Okay? Our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the ones in these ghettos suffering every day. We're the ones that's being killed. We're the ones that's being oppressed. What do you, Slocky, what do you think why do you think that's the case? Something has to be up. Why are we the only ones that's oppressed the way we are? Okay? There has to be something deeper to it. It ain't no freaking, we gotta get our you basically get our money up to succeed in this world. Because once you get your money up, they'll bring you right back down. And what really is this money? The dollar is weakening day by day. This dollar is nothing anymore. Okay? He said you're a sadish children. Just plain wicked. And you don't care to get right. That's the thing that kills us and kills the Most High. You don't even want to get right. I'm giving you all this opportunity, and you still don't want to get right.
We'll start at the top again. For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are silent as children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. Jacob find ways to do something evil.
They'll find ways to get around following the laws. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna get this shape up because you know I just want to look right in my job.
Still born.
I'm being, like I said before, they say the Lord knows my heart. I'm being sincere, but eventually you're gonna have to do the works. All of us are up here sincere, but we still got to do the works to prove ourselves. We have to follow the laws. You do too, okay? That was it on that 5:13.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 13. Therefore, my people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge, and their honorable men are famished.
So I just said before, what do you think? If we're the only ones in the ghetto getting killed day in and day out, what do you think? Why are we here? And it just gave you the script. It gave you a reason why we're here. Read that again.
Therefore, my people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge.
You have no knowledge of the scriptures. You have no knowledge of self. This is your book. This is your heritage. Okay? You go in these churches and you're not even reading the scriptures. You're letting the pastor give you the scriptures to read. And the only scriptures he give you is love and he's not even explaining those right.
Love and money.
Yeah, love and money.
The love of money.
That's not balance. Where's the other part? Where's the destruction at? That didn't happen yet.
Where's getting right?
Yeah, where's getting right? Read that again one more time, man.
Therefore, my people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge, and their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst.
Thirst. They have this is the living waters, and they don't have it. They're thirsty. The so-called honorable men. Okay? It's time to get right, man, because like we was reading before, the destruction is coming. It's right around the corner. And the only way you're going to be able to survive that is follow the scriptures and have faith through YAHAWAH, SHAM, YAHAWASHI. That's the only way.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 8.
So, Slocky, just So don't just keep walking past us. Just say, oh, those niggas is crazy. Actually listen to what we're saying and ask questions. And we'll give you answers according to the scriptures. Not our answers, the answers according to the scriptures. We're out here for you. It's Saturday. All of us are young men. We could be doing something else. But we dedicate our Saturdays to come out here and preach the word.
So book of Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 8. The priest said not, where is the Lord? And they that handle the law knew me not. The priest said not, where is the Lord? And they that handle the law knew me not.
That's them so-called them pastors in the churches. Okay? That's what the scriptures are talking about. They don't preach of the Lord. They don't preach of the laws. They preach of their own game. Okay, they say the New Testament is the Old Testament is done away with, but they still get those tithes every week. So that just shows you right there that they're preaching it wickedly. They take a little bit and try to fix it the way they want to. Just like the previous scripture, they find ways to do evil.
The pastors also transgressed against me, and the prophets prophesied by Baal, and walk after things that do not profit.
Walk after things that do not profit. Again, that's all they care about is the so-called money. That's all they care about is money. You stay up late enough, they'll have the so-called pastors on. I think they're called I forgot what the name of them are, but you have actual pastors that just preach so-called gaining money. Okay, you so-called prosperity pastors. That's all they teach. What kind of BS is that? Where's the balance in that? Creflo Dollar. He has a church. He has a church in Atlanta that actually has an ATM in it.
Bro, the church is an ATM. What you mean? Why do you think banks is closed on Sunday?
It ain't ATM for us.
Yeah. You know, so that just shows you that's all they care about. Is there anyone now? Nah, that's it. Give me Jeremiah. Come back like you since you did Jeremiah 37. I got it. You got it.
This is the book of Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
We were just talking about you 2/3. Okay, and your reward is going to be the time of Jacob's trouble. That's going to be the first part. And what is? Keep going.
But he shall be saved out of it.
That's the so-called elect and the 1/3. They're going to be saved out of it. Okay. In order for you to be saved, you have to follow the scriptures. But to you 2/3, you're not going to be saved because you don't care to follow the scriptures and you don't care to know. You don't care about your heritage. Read that one more time.
Alas, for that day is great.
That day is great. Great isn't always a positive term. It's going to be positive for the elect. But that day is great. It's going to be great destruction. A lot of deaths. Through plagues, through fire, through guns, through everything. Let's read what some of those things are.
This is Lamentations chapter 4 verse 5. They that did feed delicately are desolate in the streets.
The people that feed delicately are going to be desolate in the street in those days, which means the so-called people that are living well off right now. All right, your money's not going to mean anything in those times of troubles. I don't want your money. I want you. I want what you got. And it ain't going to be money because the money's not going to mean anything. Okay? So those that feed delicately, read it again.
Lamentations chapter 4 verse 5. They that did feed delicately are desolate in the streets, and they that were brought up in scarlet embrace dunghills.
Scarlet is a royal thing. So those so-called, that's to the 2/3 and to the so-called Edomites. You're going to be,
Sorry, my bad.
you're going to be brought down low to a dunghill. That's basically shit. Okay? So all that, you think you're better than somebody, we all going to be quote unquote on the same level then. But somebody's going to have protection. And if you don't get right, you're not going to have it.
For the punishment of the iniquity of the daughter of my people is greater than the punishments of the sin of Sodom.
He's going to hurt our people more, the 2/3.
That's right.
Because we turned our back. You don't follow the laws and statutes and commandments of the scriptures. Okay? We should know better. That's why. It's just like if you have a son and maybe a nephew, they both get in trouble. And your son was like, well, my cousin did this. Like, well, no matter what your cousin did, you should have known better. You're going to be more mad at your son. That's what happens with the Most High. He's going to be more mad at our people because we should know what we're supposed to do. You got the prophets out here trying to tell you to get right. You still got time. Even though it's closing, you still got time to get right, and you don't care. You got all the fucking answers. Stupid answers. Sick of my fucking people, man. Look, nobody's listening. And we trying to tell you you're a special people. Fuck y'all.
It's the book of Ezekiel.
For the punishment of my iniquity or of the daughter of my people is greater than the punishment of the sin of Sodom that was overthrown as a moment and no hand stayed on her.
It's going to be bad in those days, man. It's going to be real bad for our people. You have no covering. You think that the so-called flood was bad? You think not the so-called flood. You think the flood was bad? You think 9/11 was bad? Anything you could think of where there was a lot of deaths is going to be nothing compared to the destruction in the end of the days.
Don't say nothing either.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 5, verse 10. Therefore the fathers shall eat the sons in the midst of thee.
This is something that's going to happen in those days. Famine. Because the dollar's going to collapse. You're going to have to take a chip, the so-called mark of the beast. A lot of people are not going to take that. And if you do take it, you're going to be done. Thus they say it the scriptures. You can't be saved anymore.
That's right.
You're going to have to die. Okay? So in those days, when there's no more food left in the grocery store, when your neighbor don't have any more food, y'all gonna start eating each other. How low do you have to get to want to eat somebody? That's how bad it's gonna be. And if it's in the scriptures, we know it's true and it's gonna come to pass.
And the sons shall eat their fathers.
The sons shall eat their fathers. Keep going.
And I will execute judgments in thee, and the whole remnant of thee will I scatter into all the winds. Wherefore as I live, saith the Lord God, surely because thou hast defiled my sanctuary with all thy detestable things.
You defiled the churches with all your detestable things. You defiled yourselves. You're the real churches. You defiled yourself. Okay? You got people that so-called believe in the scriptures that say the name don't matter. You don't have to have a beard. All the nations will be saved. Those are just some things. You defiling the church. That's why the punishment of our people is going to be worse than the punishment of the so-called Edomite in that time, which is the white man, the so-called Edomites. Okay? Get right, man.
With all thy detestable things, and with all thine abominations, therefore will I also diminish thee. Neither shall mine eyes spare, neither will I pay any pity.
His eyes are not going to be spared. Nobody's going to be spared in that day. From the old women to the old man, to the young girl and the young boy. Everybody is gonna, if you're not part of the chosen, is gonna be killed in that day. Okay? Because you have a thing where you think women and children are supposed to be saved.
The movies.
Yeah, that's movies. That's the movie shit. And that day, everybody's gonna be killed.
That ain't right.
That ain't right. Come on. So there's no pity. That's coming from the scriptures. That doesn't sound so loving according to what your love is. But this is what we so-called, we read the same book. What you said.
Let me say something too. Going back to I just thought about something. Spirit hit me with that fucking sodomite that was here earlier. His sister came back and all that shit. When we was trying to teach him why that's wrong, remember he was saying, don't read me.
He said, no, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. I don't want you to read me anything. Which we still gonna read them scriptures to you, but it goes to show. Remember we was quoting Hosea 4:6 earlier. That's literally. Remember the scripture said, "Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee." That faggot literally rejected the knowledge we was about to give him, man. That goes to show, man. This spirit of evil, man. Listen, the Lord is gonna justifiably kill a lot of motherfuckers, man. A lot of motherfuckers are gonna be killed justifiably in these last days.
Right.
All right. Now, there's one thing that he did wrong, besides being a sodomite, is when we told him it was wrong and was trying to teach him why it's wrong. He said, "I don't want to hear it," and was just sitting there and called his mother. And his mother told him he's not going to hell. How do you know that? I mean, there is no hell, but there's no hell like a burning fire place under the earth. This is gonna be hell, man. And if he don't get right, he gonna burn up in it, man. Yeah, bro.
Right.
Which he's not gonna get right, obviously.
That's right.
So Rock, Ecclesiasticus chapter 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
There be spirits that are created for vengeance. Who is the creator? The Most High. So when so-called people, when people get killed, we got a saying where the good die young. That's a bullshit saying, okay? That's not the devil that's killing them. It's the Most High. It's through the Most High. He created that spirit to be put down here on earth. He created the vengeance. What you say, Ak?
No, I said he allowed it.
Khan, he allowed it. How can you be an all-powerful God but don't control everything? Doesn't make any sense. But he is an all-powerful God.
There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes, and in the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Appease the wrath of him that made them. He's the creator of those spirits. So everything that's going to happen in those last days comes from the Most High. He wanted it that way. And like I said, it's going to be the worst destruction ever.
That's right.
Fire and hell, and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance.
All those were created for vengeance. And those are some of the descriptions of things that's going to come in those last days. They were created for that purpose. Okay? From the Most High. So, you know, we're still kind of, you know, we still in a way we kind of get sad sometimes when something happens to our people, because it's in us, you know. But then you catch yourself, like, oh shit, probably wicked anyway. That was the plan of the Most High, so it is what it is. Okay.
Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and a sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon the earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. God, it said all these things that the Lord created is punishing the wicked. All the things that happens in the world, like when fucking 9/11, even though it was an inside job, Trayvon Martin, all these deaths, all these destructions that comes, is because these people are wicked anyway. The majority of our people are wicked, man. So the Lord has certain people get killed here and there. But like the brother's been saying, it's going to time come, Jacob's trouble is going to come, where people are going to be dying by the busload, man. People are going to be dying left and right to the point where you're going to have to step over dead bodies, man. To the point where the scripture says that the blood is going to be on the streets as high as a horse's bridle, which is up to the horse's face, man. Horses are tall creatures, tall animals. That's how much blood is going to be on the streets, and the blood is going to be you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Y'all the ones that y'all don't got no safe haven. Y'all don't got anywhere to go. Y'all got no defense, okay? And it's going to be by the ways of the race riots, by the ways of famines, by the ways of you killing your own people, trying to for the lack of bread, like it says in 2nd Esdras. All these things is coming to pass, man. And that's why we come out here week in and week out to forewarn our people, to let our people know of the times that we're in, man. Because all our people want to do is party and bullshit, you know? Before we got into the truth, we're around that same age group where we was doing that same thing too, man. But the Lord had to see fit that He had something better for us to do, man. And Lord willing, we stay in this thing so that we don't get caught up in the hell that's coming, man. Y'all don't see the signs of the times, man. Our people don't pay attention to the news. Y'all pay attention to the things that's happening. That's what we're here. That's what we come up here and do, man. That's what the Lord has our spirits in. Is dwelling on the end times, man. Right. The times of the destruction of America, man. Because America has to be destroyed. There's an almighty power up there that is righteous, and this place is all hell wicked, man. America can't stay like America cannot continue in its wickedness, man. Because if it did, everybody would be dead, man. Everybody on the earth will be dead if America stayed in its power, man. But the Lord is going to have His Son YAHAWASHI come back, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. He's going to reign on earth, man, on righteousness, and He's going to have His righteous elect men reign with Him, man, which are the children of Israel. All right, that's what we're preaching up here, telling our people to turn back to who you really are, which are the nation of Israel. All right, Israel means sons of the power. We are the princes of the power, man.
That's right. Well said by the brother. Okay.
Ezekiel chapter 5 and 12. A third part of these shall die with the pestilence and with the famine. This is Ezekiel chapter 5 verse 12. A third part of thee shall die with the pestilence and with famine.
That's the 2/3 of our people. You're going to die from those plagues. Okay? Thus saith the scriptures. It's only right. You have to die. It's what's best for you. Okay? We can't have, the Most High can't have y'all come in His kingdom still being wicked. Because you're not going to change, because you were made to be the 2/3.
Shall they be consumed with the midst of thee, and the third part shall fall by the sword round about thee. And I will scatter a third part into the winds, and I will draw out a sword after them. Thus shall my anger be accomplished, and I will cause my fury to rest upon them.
Thus shall my anger be accomplished. It will be done. You got to get out.
Thus mine anger be accomplished, and I will cause my fury to rest upon them.
My fury, my anger be accomplished. You know, we want to get out here and do some of those things, but we have to wait upon Him. But our anger is nowhere near compared to the Lord's. All right. He's going to have to put the Spirit on us, through the Most High, have to put the Spirit on us to do those things. A brother sent to the group chat a video of somebody getting their head chopped off. When I first saw it, I was like, oh shit. It caught me off guard real quick because I wasn't expecting it. But we going to have to see those things in that day. Because you got Jake. Jake love to say, yeah, in that day I'm going to be killing this, killing that. Shut up, nigga. You can't even fucking cut a chicken open without screaming. He has to put our spirit on us for us to get through those days, to carry out his anger. Okay, because if we do it, we're gonna stop. We're eventually gonna stop. Like, it's too much for me. That's what happened with Nat Turner and his boys. They didn't want to kill that baby, so he had to go back in there and do it.
The book of Amos, chapter 6, verse 1. Woe to them that are at ease in Zion.
Woe to them that are at ease in Zion. Woe means destruction. Destruction to them that are at ease in Zion. The 2/3, you're at ease. Again, you don't care, and you don't care to know. All right, you're satisfied where you are. You're satisfied being fucking niggas. Our music is cool, so the white man thinks we're cool. You're satisfied as being a greatest basketball player, best at football. What is that? At the end of the day, what is that? If your people are still getting killed every day on the streets, there's no reward here. The reward that we want is for our people to be brought up, to be in a righteous mind, and for the so-called Edomites, which is the white man, to be destroyed.
Woe to them that are at ease in Zion and trust in the mountain of Samaria, which are named chief of the nations, to whom the house of Israel came.
The so-called America is named chief of the nations. They're known as they control everything basically. If you go to every other country, the main language you got to learn is English. They run everything, and all these other nations are getting sick of them too. They're going to be part of destroying them. The Most High is going to use them to destroy so-called Edomites. Helicopter, military helicopter.
Low right there now.
That was a military helicopter. If you brothers was able to see it, you're getting in those times, man. It's time to get right. And that's not just to the 2/3. That's to the 1/3 and the 144,000. Because we all still got to get right ourselves. Lord, will we be the men? It's hard, it's a struggle. Have faith, pray on it. This is all we got, man. We can't lead this thing. We go back in the world, then what? We're gonna be destroyed just like them.
Worse.
Yeah, worse, kind of worse, because we was reading that earlier. So, brothers just gotta get right, man. Pray. Pray without ceasing. Let me get the last scripture, Amos 9 and 10.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
Read that one more time.
Amos chapter 9, verse 10. All the sinners of my people.
My people. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the 2/3 of these people. Keep going.
Shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
Before y'all brothers came here, this older nigger woman stopped by, listened to what we were saying for about 2 seconds, and she said, under her breath, well, I know I'm going to heaven, so this don't matter. Our people are fucking wicked, man. Stupid, sottish, foolish. It's like I said, you need to be destroyed. It's what's best for you. I promise you. It's what's best for you. So I'm gonna end it off and give it to the next brother. You know, brothers, stay on your watchtower. Things are going on. You know, just keep praying without ceasing. You know, pray for your brethren. We almost out of here, man. You see it. Don't deny what you're seeing. Think about when you first got in this truth. It's worse since then. So you see it happening. Have faith. No matter what these people say. Shalom. All right, I'm gonna start with Exodus. First chapter, we'll start at 6.
The book of Exodus.
He gonna read for you.
Chapter 6. Chapter 1? Chapter 1. Book of Exodus, chapter 1, verse 6. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. And the children of Israel were fruitful, and increased abundantly, and multiplied, and waxed exceedingly mighty, and the land was filled with them.
So when we were in Egypt, and Joseph was under rulership under Pharaoh,
we did very well because of the prophecies that he told the Pharaoh about the famine and about the 7 years of plenty. So basically Israel was abundant and they were living good in Egypt at that time. Continue.
Verse 8. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land.
Okay, so pretty much when you look at it right now, that was then where the Pharaoh that didn't know Joseph, he pretty much was like, yo, they might mess around and they might rebel. So in the times that we living in at this current state, they looking at the men of the Lord like that. So they're looking at it like we might rebel, but we're not gonna be carnal or anything like that. But you know, the mighty men or the 2/3 or whoever is set for that lot to do that, they're looking at that, and it doesn't even have to be Jake. It could be their own people too, because they're gonna come down with a great wrath on everyone. Continue.
Therefore did they set over themselves taskmasters to afflict them with their burden. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses.
So they put them in slavery just because they were scared, because they saw that we were stronger and mightier. No reason other than that. We didn't do anything. We didn't bother nobody. Kind of like when we was fleeing Jerusalem, and then we went into the West African area. We wasn't doing anything to anybody. We wasn't harassing nobody. We wasn't bothering nobody. And yet they feared us. Continue.
Verse 12. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. And they grieved, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel.
Run that back.
Verse 12. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. And they were grieved because of the children of Israel.
And anybody oppressed and afflicted, I mean, one of the best stress relievers, I mean, as we all know, is sex. So, putting more of pain and affliction and oppression on somebody, they're going to find relief in that. So they multiply.